Welcome to this presentation on modeling the atomic arrangement of amorphous 2D silica and network analysis. This research was conducted by Projesh Kumar Roy et al. And published in 8 May 2018. Today, we'll explore the key findings and contributions of this important work. Let's begin by understanding the problem this research addresses. The paper introduces a two-dimensional model for amorphous silica, inspired by the random network theory of Zachariasen and recent experimental discoveries of semi-two-dimensional silica. The goal is to model the atomic arrangement and structural properties, particularly ring statistics of this material. Previous studies have relied on experimental data or different simulation approaches. A two-dimensional model of silica was developed using molecular dynamic simulations. A two-body force field based on a soft-core Yukawa potential was employed, incorporating ionic charges to mimic SiO interactions. The model represents a binary system with two particle types for silicon and oxygen, reflecting the assumed symmetry between the top and bottom layers of 2D silica. Parameters for the force field were determined by matching nearest neighbor distances from experimental data. The simulation results showed a very good agreement with experimental data across various structural properties. Pair correlation functions for SiO, CC, and O pairs closely matched experimental observations, including peak positions and widths after convolution to account for experimental resolution. Angular distributions for O, Psi-O, and Si-Psi-C angles also showed excellent agreement, although the Psi-O-Psi angle distribution was slightly narrower in simulation. The study successfully demonstrated that a purely two-dimensional model with a Yukawa-type force field can reproduce key structural features of experimental 2D silica. The use of defect-free configurations was essential for comparison with experimental data, and the methodology allowed for the sampling of both defective and defect-free states. The developed two-dimensional model and molecular dynamic simulation approach effectively reproduce the key structural properties of amorphous 2D silica, including pair correlation functions, angle distributions, and crucially, the statistics of ring structures and their spatial correlations. The model's ability to capture these features validates its use for further investigation of 2D silica and related materials.